Hey, it's week 11.
Week 11.
Week 11 of the Jenkins Family and Football podcast. That is TJ Jenkins.
I am Kiyona Jenkins.
And I'm a diehard Panthers fan. Go ahead, repeat that.
No. I'm a diehard Saints fan.
And our kids, Trenton, what are you?
A Panthers.
Panthers fan, my boy.
What are you?
Saints.
What are you, Colin?
Saints.
No, you ain't.
What'd you say?
You bandwagon hopper.
And we would say, who that baby?
And that baby.
So, you want to talk about it now or you want to talk about it later?
No.
Who's the first team?
Okay, so if you didn't know, we give NFL fantasy football predictions and NFL Sunday game day advice. And I must admit, we made a bet last week.
Yes.
I lost the bet. What was the bet, Keith?
The bet was Seattle versus 49ers.
Yep, and I said I was going for 49ers, and the loser had to fix nachos. Like, so she loves nachos. Fortunately, she can't make them. So I lost the bet. So I'm gonna hold up my end of the bargain.
Hi. Fire.
Oh, you gonna do? That's what you was doing.
I made nachos. So my wife, she likes one side. I like to experiment mine a little bit more. So hers, she got cheese. You got the jalapenos. That's all she wants. Mine, I love to have mango salsa, sour cream, little jalapenos. I like to do it up a little bit. So she didn't say that the bet was I had to make her nachos. She said the loser had to make nachos. So I made nachos, one side for her, one side for me.
That's what you was in there doing.
Don't worry about that. All right, Key, this week, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, kids, you ready?
No.
All right, this week Dallas versus Detroit.
I'm gonna go with Dallas. If Zeke get fed, I feel like unfortunately the Cowboys are gonna win.
I don't feel like that's what Zeke had last week when they stopped him 3 times. Can you pull up who was that? And so for Detroit, this week I am going for Dallas again. No, baby, not the Saints.
I can see Saints on there.
No. So I'm actually going for Detroit. Dallas this week is where Detroit.
It's the Falcons.
Hold on, son. Matthew Stafford is out this week. He may be out indefinitely. They said it's about six weeks, so he may not come back the rest of the year. Jacksonville versus Indianapolis.
Foles is back, right?
Nick Foles is back for Jacksonville.
And Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett is under Indy.
Going for the Colts. I'm going for the Colts.
I think I'm going to go with Jacksonville this time. And the only reason I say this is because Foles is back. He's going to have an air element where he thinks he's going to throw it. So DJ Chark, if you have him in your fantasy, make sure you start him. Yeah. As well as that Jacksonville D ain't nothing to play with still. Even though...
I'm going for the Colts.
You going for the Colts? Okay. Son, put your feet down. Did Daddy teach you don't put your feet on furniture? Get your feet down. Thank you.
It's not furniture.
All right.
Sit down, Daddy.
Buffalo at Miami. Buffalo. Frank Gore is 73 yards from beating Barry Sanders. So I hope you don't get it. I hate to say that, but because I still want Barry Sanders to be
me too.
that guy.
I mean, how you not love Barry, but man, he gonna get 73 yards.
Yeah, he's gonna get 73 yards. Okay. Denver at Minnesota. And mind you, for Minnesota, Allen Thielen is still out again this week.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota, even though I feel like Sutton for Denver's gonna have a good game.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too.
But I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
All right, so this is what I've been waiting on.
What?
New Orleans at Tampa Bay. So we're gonna talk about this now.
Okay, we lost.
Either way, we're gonna talk about this.
Okay, and we lost. It happens. Okay.
No, y'all lost to Atlanta.
And y'all have to play Atlanta today.
Don't want to hear this.
Have the same energy when y'all play them today. That's all I'm going to say.
Last week, the New Orleans Saints lost to the Atlanta Falcons in the Mercedes Superdome in New Orleans. Now,
you have the same energy when they beat y'all today. That's all I'm saying.
Look, so all I'm saying is y'all lost in New Orleans to Atlanta. Atlanta, the same team who made Tom Brady the greatest of all time to the Super Bowl.
They play us hard. Like, we knew it wasn't going to be
y'all got every excuse in the world. Every excuse. They're our rivals. They play us hard.
Y'all
got whooped at home.
Get back to the Tampa Bay.
I'm going to tell y'all how bad this beat was. Last week, they had my mouth salivating. My mother-in-law down here to have my mouth salivating for some gumbo. You know that they lost. You know that they ain't fixed no gumbo. I am still upset. Ma, she's still here. She's still with us. I didn't get no gumbo last week because the Saints lost. That's an issue. Can I get some gumbo today?
That's right. Yeah, when y'all lose.
Look, they had me going for the Saints last week. Y'all gonna lose to Atlanta in New Orleans? Come on, and y'all had Drew Brees. So what was the problem?
You just hold the same energy today. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going Saints over Tampa Bay.
Saints over Tampa. I'm going with Tampa Bay. What? 2 losses for the Saints in a row.
And that's why we probably lost, because your butt, excuse me, I'm getting emotional. Your butt want to decide to go pick us or jinx itself.
I don't care what you say. Y'all lost. Y'all lost to Atlanta in New
Orleans.
Orleans.
On the bandwagon for a week. That's why we probably lost or jinx itself.
I just said I was going for y'all over Atlanta because Atlanta didn't have it together. Obviously, y'all didn't deserve my vote for y'all last week. Y'all let me down. No, I didn't get no gumbo.
Moving on, you jinxed us.
All right. New York at so let me go back to that New Orleans game. Tampa Bay. If you got Godwin in your fantasy, make sure you start him for Tampa Bay as well. If you got Ronald Jones, Barber, any of the Tampa Bay backfield, I don't trust that. You may want to hold out on that. New Orleans.
Mike Thomas.
I don't know it. Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas is number one. He's supposed to be number one receiver this week. I don't believe Kamara's back.
He getting 100.
Y'all still lost last week. Look. How the girls do? Y'all lost last week. At the Dome. Now, who that, baby? Who lost last week, baby?
Really? What's Cedric at?
He is
All right, this week. New York at Washington. I'm going for my Jets.
Does it really matter?
At Washington. It does. If you got Le'Veon Bell in your fantasy, make sure you start him as well. Demaryius Thomas on your fantasy as well for the Jets. Make sure you start him. My lone Jets fan, I got to shout him out every time. Lamee Jones. Hey, we just me and you. We're going to get through this.
Me too.
All right. Atlanta at Carolina. Before you say anything.
I never went for a dirty bourbon just because you working my last nerve.
You going for the Falcons against us?
No.
I'm going to plead the fifth on this one.
Thank you.
I'm going to plead the fifth. I'm not picking.
Thank you.
I'm going to start.
Trenton. So it's Carolina today over Atlanta. So the Panthers over the Atlanta. And we play at Carolina as well. So we're going to Panthers. So before I do that, hold on, son. And shout out to my boy Jason Willett with the tight shirt. So this was one of the shirts a few years ago when, of course, we went to the playoffs. And that Jason made. So make sure you support the Tykes brand. Go figure it out. Go find it online. TYKES Tykes brand. My man Jason Willett. Favorite zone. Appreciate you, brother.
I think Colin Daddy is.
Yes.
And Mommy not going to get no gumbo.
So of course Atlanta got a lot of people that's out this week. Devontae Freeman is definitely out. So, he's been out. Seems like he's been out forever. And also, Austin Hooper is out as well over Atlanta. Yeah. Carolina, we full-fledged over there, baby. We just waiting on Cam to get back.
I do believe McCaffrey going to have a good game.
Cam, we waiting on you, brother. Stop, son. Cam, we waiting on you, brother. You see that? Bam.
Going to be working for Macy's. And they,
Hey, y'all worry about Drew Brees and y'all lost last week to Atlanta. That's what you were. Y'all worry about winning the game in the Superdome.
Come on.
That's all I'm saying.
Check the record. Check the standings.
All right, this week, game of the week. This is my prediction, game of the week. Houston at Baltimore today.
Woo! This is going to be a good one. I'm going with Baltimore. I'm going with Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. Let me tell you, everything in my fantasy told me never, ever, ever to bet against Lamar Jackson with Baltimore, and I'm not. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore. Mark Ingram in that backfield. I like Deshaun Watson, what he's doing over in Houston, but I cannot go against Lamar Jackson, Baltimore.
It's definitely be a good game.
Yes, you got to snap. Now, it is battle of the quarterbacks over Deshaun Watson against Lamar Jackson. So this is going to be a very interesting game, 1 o'clock. They're playing at Baltimore. Yeah. So we're both going for Baltimore. So I think that's my prediction of game of the week.
Yes.
All right, Arizona at San Fran.
I'm going with San Fran.
I'm going with San Fran again. San Fran, don't let me down this week. Yeah. Even though Kittles is out, he's out today for tight end for San Fran. And Arizona, you can't kind of overlook the fact that Kyler Murray has been doing great, and plus you got Kirk over there.
Yeah.
I think you picked Kirk up this week?
No, I didn't. I picked Brissett.
Oh, Brissett over Kirk.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you got Kirk as your wide receiver for Arizona, make sure you start him.
No, I went with. I went with Sharp.
Oh, you went DJ Sharp.
DJ Sharp.
Yeah. I would say you got DJ Sharp.
Yeah.
Okay. Cincinnati at Oakland. I don't believe nothing Cincinnati doing. Man, no, get out my snack, son. That's my snack. Get your snack. No, put my brownie back. That's how you got to regulate them around here with them snacks. No.
You can have it. Because the Saints lost.
AJ Green still not back. I'm trying to figure out where I should drop him because I really don't think this dude coming back just yet. So for this one, I'm gonna go with Oakland. I'm gonna take the long shot and I'm gonna go for Oakland. Oakland's been playing pretty good this year as well. If you got Jacobs, Josh Jacobs, running back for your fantasy, make sure you start him as well. Waller, I've been saying this all year. Waller at tight end, you got to play him. New England at Philly, so this is a repeat of the Super Bowl.
I know.
And I'm going for New England. First time ever.
I got it. I'm gonna join you.
Daddy, look. Daddy.
Deshaun Jackson not in there.
Deshaun is out as well.
A lot of their weapons that they had.
Josh Howard is out at running back. Alshon Jeffries is out as well.
Because last time was
I'm going for New England. Like last time I bet against the GOAT, I just don't know. So New England is.
Yeah.
All right, Chicago at LA Rams.
Rams. I hope Chicago looking at Kaepernick.
I don't even want to get into that.
I'm just saying.
Chicago at the Rams. I'm going for the Rams as well. Ty Gurley. Brandon Cooks is out again. Concussion protocol. Can't get it out. Yeah. Concussion protocol. So I am going. If you got Everett for tight end for the LA Rams, he's a starter this week. Make sure you start him as well. And lastly, Kansas City at Los Angeles Chargers.
The Chargers. I won the Chargers last week.
You won the Chargers last week? They won last week. Good job, son. Fantasy football in the making.
And I know, and you remember my flag football team? Their name was Chargers.
Their name was the Chargers. That's right. Gotcha. So I'm gonna go with Kansas City as well. I can't go against Pat Mahomes,
Me neither.
Tyreek Hill. Like you can't underestimate that. McCoy is back. Peppa Pig. Even though McCoy is back, Williams is your starting running back. McCoy is going back. Shady's going to back him up, but I still don't think you can go against him. So I'm going Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City on the road.
Yes.
And that's Monday night, and that's in Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico City.
This week on the bye is Green Bay, Tennessee, New York Giants, and Seattle. The Giants need to be on the bye. They need to win on their belt. Just like the Saints, baby. Y'all need to win this week. Y'all lost to Atlanta last week.
Check the standings.
I checked the standings. Y'all had Drew Brees last week, and y'all got beat. You can't blame it on nobody but y'all.
Are we going to touch on what happened at the Monday night game?
Monday night game. But I always say, Myles Garrett apologized, said he was out of character. But, man, he took Rudolph's helmet off and swung it.
Mommy.
Like, I literally woke up saying, did he just swing it on?
No, that was funny because I took my contacts out, so I was listening to the last little bit of the game because I couldn't see. So
I said, baby, did you see him swing?
No, so we had to pause it so we could get my glasses.
But in all realness, he did apologize.
Yeah, he did. Oh,
he said he was dead wrong. He was out of character. They suspended him for the rest of the year without pay.
I know.
So they're bringing him check.
I mean, it goes back. To,
but so I speak to his character of taking ownership.
How you react.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you react. So kids, make sure your reaction is all in good fun.
Yeah.
And it's never in a hate or a fury or a rage of fury as well. So shout out to my mom and dad. They are out at the Carolina game. In Charlotte, so Atlanta at Charlotte. So all my Carolina fans, hope y'all see my peoples there.
Yeah.
And you can't miss them. They die hard fans as well. And these Saints fans, I don't know what y'all doing this week. Like, I don't know what y'all do. Y'all need to redeem yourselves last week. Can I get some gumbo this week, Mom? Can I get some gumbo?
Yeah.
All right. You need to make sure. They were shot last week. So she said we'll kill our lose.
That's all I'm saying. Have this same
if y'all a Saints fan, hope y'all win this week. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.